1 million. 1 million is the shortage of technologists that the Department of Labor and Statistics estimates that there will be a shortage of by the year of 2020. 1 million. Can you imagine that such a great number across, and that's just within the US, within the United States. But I wanted to tell you this. You are all technologists. You can all program. Why do I tell you this? Have you used Microsoft Excel before? Anyone? Has anyone used Microsoft Excel? Yes? Has anyone driven a car before?
Yes.
Yes?
No.
How did you get here?
I flew.
I need to be like you. With Microsoft Excel, for example, if you ever used functions within Microsoft Excel, where anything that you put an equal sign in a cell, you're doing layman's programming right there. There's, for example, an if statement. If a cell is visible, if there's something in that cell, then you want something to be present in another cell. That's basic programming right there. So congratulate yourself, you're a programmer. Now, in the case of driving, and what I want to talk about a little bit is interfaces, programming to an interface. It sounds more complex than it is, but I'll give you an example with a car and driving. I think most cars, at least nowadays, we have a steering wheel where we're driving. You don't need to necessarily know, okay, if it's a Honda or a Toyota or a Porsche or even a Lamborghini. It has a steering wheel. If you get in there, you're most likely going to know how to drive. It might be a stick shift or automatic, but let's say you probably can drive, all of you can drive an automatic, I would imagine. You get into your car, or any car, you sit down, you grab the steering wheel, and you know what to do. You grab it, you press the accelerator, you change it, well, you go to drive first, and then press the accelerator to move. These are all interfaces. You don't know how the steering wheel works necessarily unless you're a mechanic. Then you don't know the behind the scenes what's going on. You know that you have this interface, the steering wheel, where if you go to the left, it's going to the left. If you go to the right, you're going to the right. That's expected behavior. And the basic concept behind programming to an interface is that there's something that's called an application programming interface. If I just pass in the fact that I'm going left, the expected behavior, okay, I'm going to go left if I'm going forward. The same concept applies for programming in that case, when I'm programming to an interface. If I'm pressing the accelerator, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You just know that when you press the accelerator, you're going to move forward. When I'm programming to interface, I'm calling something that says, press the accelerator. The action that's supposed to happen is move forward. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it's happening. Another example, a simple door. When you're going into a house or anything that has a doorknob, you know if you grab the doorknob and turn it, and it'll open. You don't know how the function of the doorknob is, but you know that once you turn it, it's going to function and it's going to open the door. Unless it's broken, of course. And most people, I don't think, are locksmiths that know how that function of the door turning works. This is why I tell you, you are programmers. Maybe you can make up that part, that 1 million people shortage that the Department of Labor and Statistics talks about. And it not necessarily be that you're just looking at a black screen like they show in movies. Okay, he's a programmer, he's a hacker. I'm looking at black screen and looking at a bunch of, oh no. There's many other things that you can do within technology, not just programming, but having that concept behind, knowing that, hey, I've done this before, even at a lower level. That's the idea. That's what I do actually. I'm a developer. I'm a software developer and programmer myself. My call to action for you is encourage people that you know, especially the younger people, to get into something where they're aware at least of technology and programming, because that's the way of the future. Share with others. The Hour of Code is a key thing that's coming up with code.org. The Hour of Code coming up in December. They have programming games and programming exercises that you can go online and do these activities. So code.org, share with your students, your friends, your kids. And who knows, maybe I might see you and you be my competition in the future.